All right, this mother thought she had simply won an essay contest for Veterans Day, but when 70,000 fans started cheering, she realized something else was going on. Her husband, who had been in Afghanistan for 8 months, had come home early to surprise her. The family all here now. All right, she was standing in the middle of Nashville's LP Field. 70,000 people at the Titans-Redskins game cheering around her. Jodie Foster's moving essay about her husband's patriotism won her that VIP treatment. But the experience turned out to be better than she ever imagined.
We direct your attention back onto the field for a very special surprise. Here he is.
Wow, that was the first time Jodie had seen her husband, Army Sergeant Mark Foster, since he left for Afghanistan 8 months ago on his 5th deployment. We welcome to our studios Sergeant Foster, Jodie, and their daughter Kayla. Welcome to all of you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And I saw you, Jodie, looking at that again, and I'm sure you've seen it a lot. What are your thoughts? What was going through your mind?
It's just the best day of my life. Seeing him come home, pulling up on that field, knowing I can actually touch him, feel him, see him, it was great. It was great.
And Sergeant, you found out that 250 people submitted essays to talk about their loved one who's deployed or is serving, and your family won, where your 2 daughters and your son wrote in and submitted by your wife. What was that like for you serving in Afghanistan when you heard that?
I was floored, flabbergasted. I didn't think they cared that much about me, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it was a good thing.
And it was, and it wins. And with that, you thought, all right, I get to go to a Titans-Redskins game, and I'm going to get something in between quarters at a timeout.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there, and then how did you know that there was something going on that you didn't understand? The crowd started roaring, and that had you wheeling around?
Yeah, when the announcer said, keep your eyes on the field, we have another surprise coming, I was looking around me, and there was nothing on the field. And then I hear everybody behind me cheering, and that's when I was like, something's behind me, I gotta look. So I just started to turn around, and there he was.
Wow, and he had come in the day before, and you had to not say hello. And you were in the stadium, you knew your Kayla and your wife was here, and not say hello. Was that tough, Sergeant?
Deployments are easier.
Than sitting in the stadium and not seeing?
It'd have been easier to stay in Afghanistan than have to, 15 hours, 18 hours not being able to talk to her. Just it was rough.
I'm sure all the essays were fantastic. When I read yours, there's no doubt why you won. It came from the heart, and it was so real. Kayla, the word is that the excerpt about you is what really knocked it out of the park for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Can you mind reading it for us right now? We'll put it up on the screen. This is just a portion of the essay. Go ahead.
Okay. My dad loved me enough to adopt me. No one gave me to him, Mom. He picked me. I am proud of him for enduring what he does and the sacrifices and choices he has made in life to give us the life we have today.
Wow. Round of applause for that. And this is what I've heard, Sergeant. It's almost easier to be deployed when you come home and then you hear what they go through without you. Could you talk about that a little bit? How tough that is, knowing that there's another life depending on you at home?
To be honest with you, I think they have it rougher than I do. I know what I'm facing. They got the day-to-day different things going on with issues in the house, issues with cars. Do they have the money to go to the grocery store to get some food for today? I know I've got 3 meals a day. I know I've got a bed to sleep in. By far, they definitely have a rougher life dealing with what goes on than what I do.
Right.
It's just rough on them.
And Jodie, here it's been 8 months. Your 5th deployment. Does it ever get easier?
No. You just learn how to deal with it. And each deployment you learn something new to deal with the next one. And that's you got to do it. It goes with the uniform.
Right. Kayla, does this seem surreal to you? You get emotional seeing your dad again and reliving these moments?
Yeah.
And you have his sister and your brother also? And that makes it fun. What is it like when your dad goes? Is that the worst? Does it make it all better when he comes back?
Pretty much, but I hate R&R because, yeah, he comes home, but he goes right back. It makes like teasing us.
Wow. Sergeant, you going back?
Yeah. I leave on Monday. to go back.
Oh, you had Thanksgiving together, first time in a long time, right?
Yeah.
And I think everyone's got to keep that in mind. You know, no matter how tough it can be, there's people serving every day to keep us free. And do you feel appreciated?
99.9% of the time, yes. I don't care where I go. I don't know if it's the haircut or what, but you know, people know you're in the military, and they thank you. They appreciate what you do. You've always got the one or two that are, I don't know. I just think they have nothing better to do with their lives other than make other people miserable. But for the most part, I'd say 99% of the time, definite appreciation from everybody I run into.
Well, you get it from the people obviously here who serve like you do, and of course here at Fox every day. Kayla and Jody, it's so kind of you to come in and share your story. And Sergeant, you pull off a pretty good surprise. I'm proud of you. All right, great job.
A lot of work to get it done,
Right.
but it was awesome.
And Merry Christmas, and I hope to have you back when you're back for permanently. That'd be fantastic. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
All right, the Fosters. Questions?
What a great story, Brian. Thank you. Well, raindrops on roses.